Hello, good evening, everyone. We are live once again, and today's topic is also quite interesting. First of all, got a little late in starting this live session because of there's some technical issues. So I'm here with you right now. The topic that we have chosen today is very interesting, very contemporary. Everyone looks for more information on that topic. You will agree with me when I say that this is one of the most researched topics in the field of management and leadership as to how is it anyone can become a better leader. How do I develop my leadership? How do I scale up my leadership capabilities? These are the questions which are very commonly asked in the leadership domain. So I thought, let me also share with you all my perspective on the subject. So before we get into the subject of discussion, let me also mention to you all that there is a special offer that I've created for my boot camp. I've been doing this online program. I have my online community, and I've been running this online program called CATS Boot Camp. The full form of the word acronym CATS is Career Acceleration Through Self Discipline. And the number of people who have attended that, number of people who have signed up for the next levels, that has been steadily increasing. So when this festive season started, I thought, let me do something special for people who are interested, who also want to help others to transform their lives, make their lives better. And the offer that I created was that you have to sign up for one person, and you can invite one more person who you think will be willing to make use of this offer, make use of this opportunity to develop himself or herself. So that is the offer. And let me share with you what's the link that you have to go to if you want to. So here is the link that you will have to access where all the details of this offer are given. And I'll also share that in the comment section. And make use of this offer, and you will be able to get all the details and then go ahead and sign up. And then we'll let you know how do you bring another person in. That will become our responsibility. So let us start with the subject of today. And the subject that we have chosen is how to become a leader. How to become a leader. When it comes to understanding the word leader, first thing that we need to be absolutely clear about is what does leadership mean to me? And my understanding of this subject or this word is leadership means nothing else but influence. Influence people, influence the world around you. And influence for what? That is another question that has to be asked by any person who is thinking of being a leader. Influence towards some place to go to. That means there is some goal, there is some vision that you have. That is where you want to take the world with you. So, this is an integral part of leadership. Are you able to see beyond what the normal set of people are able to do? Right? So, this is the starting point of leadership, that you need to be able to see ahead rather than living on a day to day basis. Start seeing beyond the current time, the today's time, so that your actions can be directed towards reaching that place. It's as simple as saying that before you embark on any journey, you need to be aware of the destination, isn't it? Unless you know the destination, how can you even think of reaching there? So, the destination clarity is very important. And in the discussion of leadership, we talk about the destination. The words that we use there are vision, the words that we use there are goals. So, that is the starting point. Now, the next thing that you need to understand for your leadership is what do you do to let that topic continue. And then comes, what is leadership all about? Leadership is all about flow of energy. Want to influence others, and how do you influence others? You always influence others through the flow of energy that is happening in you. Your energy travels to other people, and that's how you influence others. So once you are able to determine that flow of energy within you. Is that the right kind of energy which will travel from you to other people? Then the energy that you have, that touches the lives of other people, that touches the work that you do. So you need to set your energy right. Are you doing enough to have that right kind of energy, which helps you to be productive, which helps you to connect with people, which helps you to get the best out of the work that you're doing, contribute the most that you're doing, be creative at workplace? All these questions get addressed when you are working on your energy on an ongoing basis. And what kind of energy do you need to work on? Physical energy, mental energy, emotional energy. All these types of energies are important for you as a leader. Now, let us look at the next point. Next point is leadership means ownership and responsibility. You cannot pass on the buck. Or the other way of saying that would be the buck stops here. A leader always says the buck stops here. And that person is not pointing fingers at others when things are not right, when things are not in control. That person owns up the situation. So if you are ready to take ownership and responsibility, in fact, I would say that, are you ready to take ownership and responsibility of your own life first? And I always say this, so I'm reiterating, who is one person connected to everything that is happening in your life? The answer obviously will be you are the person who is connected to everything that is happening in your life. So take responsibility for everything that is happening in your life. And wherever you want a transition, wherever you want a shift, that is the area that you need to work on yourself, because you can't do anything to change others. So work on your dimension, work on your part, and that's when others will get influence, right? So this is the another important point of leadership, of developing your leadership. Start taking responsibility for everything. Next important aspect of leadership, I always say, and it is considered to be one of the fundamental points. I have read quite a number of books on leadership. I have read many articles on leadership. I have listened to many people, many speakers on leadership. And one thing that comes common in all these conversations about leadership is leaders need to be highly self aware. They need to be aware of what's going on within themselves in terms of their thought patterns, in terms of their habits and their behaviors, their communication style, and whatnot. And how do you become self aware? Self awareness comes only when you are ready to invest time in yourself. So keep doing that and notice how it brings a shift in your own leadership capability. Start investing time in yourself. So those who are watching, I recommend that please share this uh, live session with others so that others can also benefit from the conversation that is going on right now, how to become a leader. Next important point that comes is leadership is all about working with people, isn't it? So it's all about working with people. You want to influence people, so people are always with you. So are you able to connect with people? Are you able to understand the thought processes of people? Are you able to understand the emotions and feelings of people? And if you are able to do that, that's when you will be able to influence them. That's when they will look at you as a leader. See, one thing that commonly happens in the space of working environment is people come in, and specifically, let's talk about the entry level. So they have been working individually in their studies, in their own domains. But when it comes to leadership, you have to start working with others. You have to develop teams, you have to build teams, you have to lead teams, you have to collaborate with others. All these are capabilities of people skills. Are you able to demonstrate them on an ongoing basis? So if you have an issue in dealing with people, in working with people, perhaps it's quite time that you start exploring this idea as to how do you understand people better, how do you get the best out of them, how do you encourage and support them. All these issues come up when you talk about your leadership. Then another important thing that comes is leaders are continuous learners. When it comes to work, when it comes to you, learning is an important part that a leader always demonstrates. You need to guide others, right? So how will you be able to guide others unless you are up to date, unless you are relevant, unless you are current, you are associated with the current times, what all is happening in the world, what all is happening in the environment. So you need to be a continuous learner. I always say, are you utilizing some bit of your personal time for your learning? Check with yourself and see whether you can do something more there. And when it comes to learning, there are two things that I always say. One is that you need to be learning about the work that you are doing. That means the domain knowledge, so to say. And second important area is that you need to work on yourself. There has to be enough and more learning about yourself. That is the area where people generally fall short. I have worked with thousands of people across organizations, across levels. And what I've found is that people are very good till the time they are individual contributors. So first 10, 12 years of their lives, that goes very well. But when it comes to start leading other people, the team size is irrelevant here. Whether it is 2 persons or 5 persons or 10%, that is immaterial right now. Are you able to lead them? Are you able to connect with them? That is where the challenge comes. And that is why you need to learn about yourself. What are the issues which are stopping you to connect with people? And that will happen only when you are looking within your own self. Leadership is always considered to be an inside out approach rather than outside in. So, are you working? Are you learning about yourself, personal development? And second part is what I call as professional development. So, when you combine personal and professional development, that's when it becomes holistic development. So, you need to be a holistic development approach. You need to have holistic development approach so that you can lead others. And the last thought that I'm sharing with you all today is you will be able to lead, you will be able to develop your leadership, you will be able to become a leader when you are tracking your progress. Results are one thing, but matching those results with what you want is another thing. And that tracking is what helps you to keep on rectifying, keep on doing course correction so that you actually head towards your goal and actually head towards your vision. So, on an ongoing basis, that tracking helps you to create a feedback mechanism for yourself so that you can guide others, whatever needs to be done, you can guide others, whatever needs to be corrected. And that is what helps you to move towards goals, not only yourself, but influence hundreds and thousands of others towards your goal, towards the vision, bigger vision that you have. So these are some points I'm reiterating once again. You need to first check the flow of energy within yourself, then start taking ownership and responsibility for all that is happening in your life. Third point that I mentioned was highly self aware. Then you need to have the ability to work with people. And the second last point that I mentioned was continuous learning. And the last point that I just said was track progress. As you keep on working on these areas that I've just mentioned, you will notice you start rising in your level of leadership. And that's what perhaps can be a great beginning for you. To conclude, what I'm saying is I have created a special offer: transform yourself and help another person to transform. The link has already been shared. I'll do that once again here. So check this link, vikramduggal.com/bootcamp. All the details are given. And join the upcoming bootcamp and see how you can start taking your life, your leadership to the next higher level. I'll be happy to support you. And that's the work that I'm passionate about. Bye bye for now. And I look forward to meeting you again tomorrow, same time. Bye bye.